wish I was.
Calm down now, but we'll stay.
Would it be so bad not to do it? The surgery? And they'll think we're having a picnic. Our boards aren't even gonna work out there. There's no grid.
You're clean. Let's go.
Yeah, okay. Am I okay? Yeah. Look at you, like you try to bring me back. I mean, and you both look so... I haven't been completely honest with you.
All right, let's dive deeper into the story of Uglies. Imagine a future where on your 16th birthday, you have to undergo this intense surgery that turns you pretty. In this world, being pretty isn't just about looking good, it's a way of keeping peace. Once everyone looks perfect, there's no more discrimination, no conflicts, no war, just a smooth, peaceful society. But here's the catch. Until you turn 16 and get that surgery, you're labeled an ugly. And being ugly means you're on the outside, waiting for your chance to fit in. Our story kicks off with Tally Youngblood, an ugly who can't wait to turn 16 and finally get her pretty surgery. She's counting down the days, literally. Her best friend Paris already had the surgery, and he's living the high life in New Pretty Town, where all the pretties party and enjoy their flawless lives. But here's where things start getting complicated. Tally sneaks into New Pretty Town to see Paris, hoping that even though he's pretty now, they can still be close friends. When she finds him, though, things feel different. Paris looks incredible, of course, but he's not quite the same person. There's a distance, like he's lost a part of who he was when he was ugly. This leaves Tally feeling confused. What if the surgery doesn't just change how you look? What if it changes who you are? Not long after, Tally meets Shay, another ugly who's way less excited about becoming pretty. Shay's not your typical ugly. She's rebellious, doesn't buy into the whole pretty dream, and she's heard rumors about a secret place called The Smoke. It's this hidden community where people refuse to get the surgery and live freely without worrying about beauty standards. Shay tries to convince Tally to run away with her to The Smoke, but Tally isn't ready to give up her dream of becoming pretty. She spent her whole life waiting for that moment, so she turns Shay down. Then, right before Tally's surgery is supposed to happen, Shay disappears. She leaves Tally a coded note, hinting that she's run off to The Smoke. Tally's a bit shaken by this, but she's still focused on her surgery. She's so close to becoming pretty, she can practically taste it. But just as she's about to go through with the procedure, something unexpected happens. Special Circumstances shows up. This group is basically like the secret police of this world, and they're led by a cold, intense woman named Dr. Cable. Dr. Cable knows that Shay has run off to The Smoke, and she wants Tally to help them find it. If Tally refuses, well, no surgery. She'll be stuck as an ugly forever. So now, Tally's faced with a brutal choice: betray her friend or give up on her dream of becoming pretty. After struggling with the decision, Tally agrees to help Special Circumstances. They give her a tracking device and send her out to locate The Smoke. Tally's journey to The Smoke is pretty wild. She has to follow Shay's clues and travel through dangerous, unfamiliar territory. Along the way, she's constantly torn between her loyalty to Shay and her desire to finally become pretty. When she finally reaches The Smoke, it's nothing like she expected. The people there live simple, happy lives, far away from the obsession with beauty that dominates life in the city. They grow their own food, live off the land, and, here's the kicker, they don't care about being pretty. For the first time, Tally starts to see that maybe there's more to life than just looking perfect. While in The Smoke, Tally meets David, a guy who was born and raised outside the city. David is everything the pretties aren't. He's natural, confident, and free. He shows Tally the dark truth behind the pretty surgery. It doesn't just change how you look, it changes how you think.
Hey there, fellow. I hope you're enjoying this video so far. I wanted to take a quick moment to ask you what you think of this video so far. If you're liking it, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, now's the perfect time to do it. By subscribing, you'll stay up to date on all my latest videos and updates, and you'll get to see even more awesome content. So what are you waiting for? Subscribe. Thanks for watching.
The surgery actually damages your brain, making you more compliant and less capable of independent thought. This is how the government maintains control, by making sure that once people are pretty, they don't question anything. This blows Tally's mind. Everything she's ever wanted, becoming pretty, fitting in, being accepted, suddenly feels like a trap. Tally spends more time in the smoke and starts to feel like she belongs. She grows closer to David and even begins to fall for him. He opens her eyes to a life beyond just physical beauty and shows her the importance of thinking for yourself. But all the while, Tally is carrying a dark secret, the tracking device. She knows that if she activates it, special circumstances will find the smoke and destroy everything these people have built. Eventually, the guilt becomes too much for Tally. She decides to destroy the tracking device, but as she tries to deactivate it, it accidentally sends a signal to special circumstances. The worst part? Tally doesn't realize it until it's too late. The next thing she knows, Dr. Cable and her team arrive and raid the smoke. They capture everyone, including David's parents, who were once city doctors but escaped to start the smoke after discovering the truth about the surgery. The smoke is in ruins, and it's all because of Tally. Heartbroken, Tally decides she has to make things right. She teams up with David, and together they come up with a plan to rescue the people who were captured, including Shay, who's been taken back to the city for her pretty operation. The rescue mission is risky, but Tally knows she has to try. When Tally sneaks back into the city, she finds that Shay has already undergone the pretty surgery. Shay, who was once so against becoming pretty, is now fully transformed and excited about her new life. It's heartbreaking for Tally to see her friend like this, knowing that the surgery has changed her on the inside as well. Shay's no longer the rebellious girl who didn't care about beauty. Now she's just another pretty, and Tally realizes that Shay may never be the same again. Tally confronts Dr. Cable, and it's here that she truly understands what's at stake. Dr. Cable believes that controlling people through the pretty surgery is the only way to maintain peace and order. She argues that without the surgery, society would fall apart, just like it did in the past. Tally, on the other hand, believes that true freedom means allowing people to make their own choices, even if those choices lead to mistakes. The two women are on opposite sides of the debate, and the tension between them is electric. In a final act of defiance, Tally makes a huge decision. She volunteers to undergo the pretty surgery herself, but there's a twist. She agrees to be the test subject for an experimental cure that could reverse the brain damage caused by the surgery. If the cure works, it could save everyone who has been turned pretty, including Shay. But if it fails, Tally could lose her mind, or worse. The story ends with Tally going under for the surgery, and we're left wondering, will the cure work? Will Tally be able to save herself and her friends, or will she become just another pretty lost to the system? And that's the story of Uglies. It's an intense ride, filled with twists and turns that make you question what it really means to be free and whether perfection is truly worth the cost.